talked about a little bit the FAA coming down on us, and they sent a guy up to give us all check rides. We have about 30-some pilots, and they made all the check pods pass a commercial check ride on. This is kind of an interesting story, and it's sort of the example of you never too old or flown too much to not learn something. And he really worked us over on things like steep turns, maneuvers, and engine out, engine failure. And at first I didn't like the guy, and I didn't think we were going to go anyplace, but then I went through our whole system and had them pass basically a commercial check ride, and I was kind of appalled. These were 10,000-hour bush pilots that have been flying Norsemans and VFR scud running, and I was amazed how many of them did not have the basics for what you do in an engine failure. And there are some things you do. First, check the wind, then never try to go from here to there, I think I can make it. There's a stand of trees between you. You set yourself up into a pattern so you can control your base and get it where you want. You're better off in a swampy meadow than you are trying to make that bar on the river when you're not going to make it. The other thing was steep turns. I had one pilot, didn't have an instrument rating, and he just could not do a steep turn. He was a very popular pilot, 10,000 hours. And you know, later on, he was coming in a Nome, and they put him on a special VFR thing and held him out there while an airline came in. And he flew into the ice and was killed and took a passenger and a baby with him. And it really taught me that you really need some of these basics. We don't think we do sometimes, but none of us are, like I said, too experienced to not learn. And I think it's just good advice. Any of you that have been flying, you're used to your airplane, you're comfortable, think about an engine failure. Because you can get killed or kill people trying to make someplace you're not going to make. Get it set up right, practice it. Be cognizant of the wind whenever you're flying. Most old pilots do. They always know where the wind, if they had an engine failure, they know which way they're going to land. Because you sure don't want to land with a tailwind. And the other thing is practice your steep turns. That's one of the most difficult air maneuvers you can do. People say, oh, that's an easy deal. I can turn anytime. But hold your altitude, keep the ball centered, keep your airplane flying the way it should be doing. I think it's just a really good thing to do.